heard what he said. He off the couch with it. Ryan Garcia, you're blowing your opportunity. You only have 6 hours left. You said you was working. We are too. Let's see how bad you want it.
Breaking news, Ryan Garcia has officially turned down the Devin Haney rematch in order to settle out of court by enrolling with VADA. Ryan Garcia said, quote, "You have to be dumb if you think I'm going to listen to what Bill Haney requests. First of all, they are suing me. Second of all, I don't need them at all. Laugh my ass off." End of the quote. Well, it don't take a genius to figure out why Ryan Garcia is refusing to enroll with VADA. The only logical explanation is that Ryan Garcia is on that forbidden juice still. He's loading up on PEDs for his comeback. And what better time to do so than when he's suspended and not getting tested? Remember, there's on cycles and off cycles. Like Ryan said, you gotta be dumb not to know why he's refusing to enroll with VADA. If you are clean, you're gonna take the test. Just for the simple reason to clean your name, let alone settling out of court.
So here's the way it works, and I'm sure Chris also understands, because Chris partially explained this to me as well. Here's how it works when you're microdosing. So you bigger dose off season, which is not when there's no fights and nobody's getting tested, because boxing is the Wild West and doesn't test in between fights. Yep. And then you're microdosing during camp.
Nothing crazy, bro. Training, long day, a lot of traveling. You just put anything on at a certain point.
How many days a week you training now?
We train every day.
Every day?
Every day. We gotta be ready. So when Devin Haney wants that fade again, we already beat it one time.
We do it again.
If we do it twice, no debating anymore. I beat his ass like he stole something.
Think that 3.
Remember, Ryan is the one who said a week ago, "I'm already training for the Devin Haney rematch." So if you're training for the Devin Haney rematch, then what's the problem you enrolling with VADA right now if you are clean? Unless you're not. And that's the only reason why Ryan refuses to enroll with VADA. Like Floyd Mayweather said, if you are clean, then take the test. It shouldn't be a problem. The only problem is if you are cheating, is if you are dirty. Are you dumb? Why would Ryan do what Bill requested when he's on PEDs still at the moment in time? Like I said before, the only logical reason to why Ryan is refusing to enroll with VADA is because he's on PEDs as we speak. And when Ryan said, "They are suing me," well, duh. If you want to get out of the lawsuit, this was step one. But you see, this is not an option if you are still cheating. If you are still on PEDs, this is what you call double trouble. It will only get Ryan Garcia in more trouble. And that's why he's refusing to enroll with VADA. Then when Ryan said, "Second of all, I don't need them at all," this is basically Ryan Garcia's way of saying, "I'm not fighting Devin Haney again unless I'm allowed to cheat again, unless I'm allowed to take PEDs again, or else we don't have a fight. I don't need them." As if Ryan win didn't get overturned and he got suspended for cheating, totally ruining his legacy forever. Let's get one thing clear. Ryan needs Devin. Devin doesn't need Ryan. Devin doesn't need a cheater, but the cheater does need to clean up his name. However, Ryan is refusing to do so because clearly he's still cheating. Out of Devin Haney and Ryan, only one of them is undefeated, and that's Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia is basically letting Devin Haney know, at the very least, I need to take PEDs off cycles or on cycles if I'm fighting you again, or else we don't have a fight. This is why it was essential for Devin Haney to sue Ryan, because Ryan would have had given Devin Haney the runaround and refuses to fight Devin Haney again unless he's on PEDs still, just like he's doing now. The only difference at the moment in time is that all of this is documented and will be used against Ryan Garcia in court. That's right. I'm telling you right now, Ryan Garcia is in big trouble, along with the New York State Athletic Commission, who fined Ryan Garcia $1.1 million for cheating, but all of that money went to Golden Boy instead of Devin Haney, the fighter who put his life on the line, the one who got damaged. To make matters worse, would you guys believe the New York State Athletic Commission suspended Ryan for a year after Ryan Garcia pleaded guilty to the charges of him taking PEDs? He pleaded guilty for cheating. However, the New York State Athletic Commission did not force Ryan to be enrolled with VADA while he's suspended. I mean, that defeats the purpose of suspending him. If you're going to allow Ryan to do whatever he wants, including taking PEDs during his suspension, then what's the point of his suspension? Unless the New York State Athletic Commission is dirty. Remember, the president of the New York State Athletic Commission resigned right before this case. And that's why this lawsuit is going to be a game changer. I'm glad Ryan didn't want the rematch, and I'm glad Ryan refused to take VADA, because I want to see the dead bodies along this journey that are hitting in the sport of boxing. Therefore, to all of the Devin Haney haters, you guys said Devin Haney is soft because he sued Ryan instead of wanting to fight Ryan Garcia again. Well, it turned out Ryan Garcia is the one that's soft because he's only willing to fight Devin Haney again unless he's on PEDs still. Now who's really soft? Devin Haney sued Ryan Garcia in order to get the rematch, in order to force the rematch on an even playing field. Even then, Ryan is refusing to do so. Are you guys going to call him soft for doing so? Or you guys not going to do that because Ryan has the complexion for the connection to get the ultimate protection? We all know what time it is. Either way, Ryan Garcia made it more difficult for himself because now he's going to have to face the hearing. I hope Devin Haney doesn't settle out of court for anything less than $100 million or 20% of Ryan Garcia's future purses, because I want to see Ryan Garcia face the hearing. Ryan Garcia needs to be taught a lesson because he's refusing to stop cheating. Ryan was really serious about creating a steroid league in the sport of boxing. We see why now. I guess that hook ain't got no power in it unless it has some all-strain in it. With the opinions out of the door and the facts laid out on the table, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below on Ryan refusing to enroll with VADA and turning down the Devin Haney rematch in order to settle out of court. Just like the last fight, Ryan want to get away with VADA testing to at least less than 2 months before the fight. Then he's going to enroll with VADA because by then he already cleaned his system of the PEDs he was cycling off through IV. Basically flushing his system off microdosing so he can pass the test. Subscribe below and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So here's the way it works, and I'm sure Chris also understands because Chris partially explained this to me as well. Here's how it works when you're microdosing. So you bigger dose off season, which is not when there's no fights and nobody's getting tested, because boxing is the Wild West and doesn't test in between fights. Yep. And then you're microdosing during camp. And when you're microdosing, it is trapped in the fat and therefore not going into your bloodstream, so therefore it's harder to catch you. When a fighter struggles to make weight, sometimes they're losing all that fat and you get a little bit of tricklage coming out of the fat, and the drugs will come out in small spurts. That's why they're always caught in small doses. And people, the moronic part of the population will say, oh, that's not enough to help him. No, that's just the part that finally leaked
It's the leftovers, essentially.
Yes, and because they struggle in weight, which is also a typical thing when you start to think about it, why guys keep moving up in weight. So there's less struggles when they're doping to make weight, and therefore they keep moving up in weight and keep showing no signs of weakening and no signs of aging and no signs of, we don't have to name names. Boxing's rife with it, you know? But nonetheless, now when I started to learn this part, because every single time a guy fails, I'm always asking questions and I'm always learning a little bit more. And this time, when it came to this microdosing situation, it's a big way to beat even the random drug tests because it's not going to show up unless you're really draining yourself. So therefore, it makes sense why guys keep moving up in weight. So Ryan was struggling to make the weight, and he failed right at the end. But he passed in the middle of camp. This kind of explanation is an explanation worth looking into when it comes to his failed B test, B sample. As for the lawyers, they're going to play lawyer and they're going to manipulate it as much as possible and mention that he passed those tests in the middle of camp. Well, I just explained to you in the method that microdosing work why he would have passed the tests in the middle of camp but failed at the very end. Because at the very end was when he was drained. Remember, he struggled to make weight. He was drained, and therefore the substances start coming out, which is also explains why he's now talking about fighting at welterweight, junior middleweight, super middleweight against Benavidez. You also get a little bit of sense of why he would do that as well if this is the case. So once you know how the science of it works, you start to really put things together. You can reach your own conclusions. If you want to be a groupie, you can and reach no conclusions. But I'm the person who's going to keep thinking about and keep thinking about not just fighters now, like Ryan, but also fighters in the past, fighters that have failed, fighters that have not failed, and so on and so forth. Really puts a light bulb over the situation.
Have you had a chance to talk to Saul, to Canelo, Ryan? Have you had a chance to talk to him?
Hey, what if a boxing league? Imagine a boxing league where you can do steroids. That'd be cool.
I think they have it's called the enhanced game.
No, it's called Pride FC in Japan.
Is it?
Yeah, Pride.
That shit's nuts, huh?
Pride in the contract said you're allowed to use steroids. Hey, that's the only way it's even. Let everyone juice.
I think you've been in the ring with someone that sounds like
Oh yeah. I thought Oscar Dorthe was scared of that fight. That motherfucker is crazy.
Why?
I hit him with some shit.
Yeah.
Bro, this thing.
Terminated.
I'm not okay, bro. Relax.
So how about this? Ryan Garcia and Team Garcia, if you talking about you want a rematch, enroll in the drug program in 48 hours. VADA is waiting on you. Next move will be on you, Team Garcia and Ryan Garcia. Why are you fat mouthing? So at Ryan Garcia, keep atting him. Let's see if someone on his team, if he really bought that action. Devin has enrolled in the program, the same program that did the drug testing before. So we're enrolled and getting ready to fight whoever. You know, I done been around, so I'm used to a nigga not having squabs. A nigga pull out a knife. That's all he did. He went to have a fight and he pulled out a knife. I don't want to tell you who normally do that. You dig what I'm saying? Because you're going to think I'm saying something, but that's what normally happens. Let's get ready. Nigga pull out a knife. Come on, man. I wouldn't give what kind of PEDs he took. He took Ostarine. That's the knife. Pull out the knife. Go to sticking the nigga. You still fighting. You still fighting, but you're getting stuck. Sticking him. Yeah. It wasn't real. It don't happen real until it's on an even playing field. Man, all I might have known he was taking when he was a kid. Because it's so much that he taken. But Mr. Ryan Garcia has clearly stated that he wants a rematch. Well, in 48 hours, he has 48 hours to prove that he wants to be in a rematch by submitting to VADA right now. Call VADA. They're ready for you. Enroll now. You ready for the rematch? Now? Enroll now. Or you just being a clown that you are, playing for the people and trying to steal something when that's not what it's about. Legacy is going to be defined the way that you get it and the real way in which you get it. We'll see.